yeah, so the Submart wasn't there, but my favorite thing to get, even back then when I was in college, was like a spicy Italian with cheddar cheese on it. And about like 2 or 3 years ago, they just stopped carrying cheddar cheese. And
I was about to say 2 or 3 years ago, they said, you can't order that on your sub. It's illegal. It's against the rules. And they
can't
tap the
have
sign,
two
and
types
there's
of
just a big...
sausage on your sandwich at once.
Against the law.
There's just like a sign on the wall that just says, you can't put cheddar cheese on spicy Italian.
Exactly. And
Mamma mia.
I was mystified by that, because like I feel like cheddar is a pretty common cheese to put on sandwiches.
I would say you are correct in that notion. For a while, they stopped carrying cucumbers, too, and I was like, what the f***? I can't put cucumbers on my spicy Italian.
Yeah, but apparently it was their lowest selling cheese, was cheddar. Apparently more people wanted Colby Jack and American and whatever other obscure cheeses they have than cheddar. So they just stopped carrying it. So now if you ask them to put cheddar on your sandwich, they take like, like the herbs and cheese bread that they have, the Italian herbs and cheese. They'll just take the Colby Jack they put on top of that and put that in your sandwich. And Colby Jack is not cheddar. So now I have to get provolone. So I know
I remember the first time I ever took Mikey to Subway. The first time I ever took Mikey to Subway, because he hadn't been there until we were in collage.
I probably had been there, but I don't think I'd ordered anything. But same difference,
the first
I
time
suppose.
you were mystified by the idea of getting a sandwich. Nice, tiny legs these things have. They're like...
Yeah.
They look like
these
Joe Swanson.
These guys are actually tough. They're tougher than they look. This is actually probably the hardest level in the game, by the way. There's a supercharged puzzle coming up that's pretty devious for a first-time player, so... Then you throw in these enemies as well, and it's tough as shit. I remember the first time I played this, I was kind of like, oh my god. But go on about your story.
The first time I took you there, you did not understand the concept of getting a sandwich, so you only went there for the first time because I convinced you, and you only ordered the pizza because at the time they had flatza.
Yeah.
Which is like a pizza on their
They still have that flatbread, I think, but you can't get pizzas.
Well, the flatbread is really popular. I remember that being delicious, but it was like it was just like Mikey to go to a sandwich shop and order a pizza.
Yeah.
It's like, Mikey, you can't go to Subway to get the crappy pizza. You need this sandwich.
The sandwich.
I haven't had Subway in years
now,
now,
folks, if you haven't figured it out by now, I am almost certainly autistic. So, it means that people like me have a weird relationship with food.
Wait, is that diagnosed or undiagnosed?
Me too.
Undiagnosed, but I mean, come on, it's me, it's Mikey.
Mine is diagnosed, and I definitely
certainly
have a weird
possible,
relationship
I
with
suppose.
food. I definitely have a weird relationship with food. I don't like cheese or sauce, and there's cheese and sauce on everything.
Yeah.
So I went to a wedding yesterday, and it was like everybody. It wasn't a catered event. It was like a small little wedding. So like everybody brought up food for a potluck. And
that's very Minnesotan.
Minnesotan?
No, because the groom was Vietnamese. So they had a lot of those dishes there and whatnot, but like everything had cheese or sauce on it, and I was like, well, I guess I'll have a big old plate of fried rice.
Well, to be fair, I don't think you can go wrong.
Snacks. No, pretty much. It's delicious. But like every time there's like there's always a catered event, and whenever they get sandwiches, without doubt, those sandwiches at any catered event you'll ever attend will always have cheese on them, but they will always have mayonnaise on the bread or butter or whatever on the bread. So I could just pull the cheese off, but you can't pull the mayonnaise that's smeared on the bread.
Yeah.
So mayonnaise. Catered event, you're providing lunch, I can't eat it because I refuse.
I refuse.
People in the comments edit in a your odd food fixation. While I look that
keep
up,
it
let's
PG.
cook some onion rings.
I've got
time to cook some
I got
onions.
something that's related to what we're talking about that I read recently. There was like a trending topic on Twitter that trickled down to my Blue Sky mentions. By the way, Alonzo, I noticed that you're still spending a lot of time on Twitter
Yeah.
and instead of Blue Sky. Do you want to say why that is?
Not everybody
Care
I
to
follow
defend-
yet is transferred over there yet, so I just
Care
come
to
over
defend
here.
yourself?
I like to also watch the sinking ship, see what's happening.
Yeah. Because I'm just about done with elongated muskrat, personally.
Yeah, no. I'm kind of like
Bullshit.
just watching it, but I get on Blue Sky every now and then.
But anyway, there was a trending
Roxanne.
topic. There was like some kind of... I'm sure you guys are familiar with the subreddit, Am I the Asshole?
Yep.
Yes.
Where people share stories about like, hey, this happened to me recently, and it's just like, I don't know, am I at fault here, or is the other person at fault here? And there was this big, long story about this woman who's been in a relationship with a man who's definitely has ASD for like 4 years, and he has a specific food fixation on beef stew that he would only get from a place that only serves it in like catering batches. So it'd be like $45 per batch, but he refuses to eat leftovers, so he wastes half of it every time. And he also only contributes
Oh my
30% of the
God.
income. So she's paying for 70% of it. And she's like, okay, I can figure out how to cook this at home so we can save money. And then, my boyfriend can have the stew that he likes for less money, which I think is a sweet gesture. So she does that, and he's happy with it for like 3 days until he realizes that she put tomato paste in it. And he got really upset about that because he doesn't like tomato.
But he was eating it.
Yeah, but he's been eating it anyway. And then, like, she found out that she asked the chef at the catering place if they put tomato paste in the stew. And he was like, yeah, we put tomato paste in that. And then she's like, see? So, like, my stuff is as good as their stuff. But instead, his takeaway was, you've ruined the stew for me. I know that there's tomato paste in it now, and I won't eat it. So, like, the batch that they had just bought that night, he refused to eat it, so it went bad. And then she got a text message from his sister saying, like, how dare you ruin his favorite food for him? You're such a mean person for doing that. So she posts this whole thing to Am I the Asshole? And the overwhelming consensus from everybody, including people with ASD, is that the guy is being completely unreasonable, especially considering he's not paying for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's being unreasonable,
Oh, yeah, he's
but
being an
also
asshole.
I totally get it because that exact same thing happened to me, not to the extent where it's like, oh, I need to waste $45 worth of chow every day. My mom used to make potatoes and whatnot, mashed potatoes, and I got a recipe until I realized that this entire time she'd been putting sour cream in it. And as soon as I figured that out, I could never eat her mashed potatoes again. Even though I'd eaten it for my entire life, once I learned that there was sour cream in it, I immediately didn't like it anymore. One time, Nicole made meatloaf at home. I'm like, I know there's ketchup in here. I know there's like a tablespoon of ketchup. So like, for the life of me, I could not force myself to eat more than like a bite of it. Because I'm like, she's like, Ethan, there's no ketchup in there. I'm like, I know you're lying to me. She's trying to pull a fast one and say there's no way you can tell. But my line of thought is, it's like telling me that there are only 3 pieces of rat shit in there. I might not be able to tell, but mentally I can't distance myself from that. And I know, like, oh, there's only a little bit of rat shit in there. It's fine. It's okay.
Maybe even demented rat shit.
Demented rat shit.
Yeah, because of the Spong monkeys. That's what you called that commercial.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, have you guys ever heard of the Quiznos demented rat commercial?
No.
Demented rat commercial. Did Alonzo watch it?
Demented. No. That sounds interesting.
Okay, well, it's time to make onion rings. Oh, so does everybody, Mikey, edit in the Swedish poster for the movie Speed, starring Keanu Reeves from 1994.
Mikey, you know what to do.
Yes, Keanu! You are a national treasure.
Do you know what this is?
No, I was referring to something else.
Do you know what the Swedish word for speed is?
Is it something penile?
No, it is something better than you could ever imagine. Pause it and look it up right now.
Okay.
Look up the Swedish poster for the movie Speed. I'll wait. Oh, good show, I tell you. You better edit that in so the audience can see it too.
There is no way. This has to be fake.
Nope, it's real. Tell Alonzo, what is the Swedish word for speed?
Apparently, it's fart.
Oh,
Yes.
that
Now you
sounds
see
fun.
why Ethan wanted to tell us all about this.
It's his genre right there.
Hmm.
Oh, it's so funny. So the poster is just Keanu Reeves along a bus, and it just says fart in big letters. What'd you just do?
I changed the frame rate because I have a feeling
To
this might
90
be
frames a
one of
second.
those weird physics issues I'm dealing with right now, but apparently it wasn't. So, full credit to them, I suppose.
How
Yeah, but
high
this-
can you change the frame rate?
What?
How high can you change the frame rate?
You can put it on unlimited, I think. So,
How high can your specs get your frame rate?
well, I have I only have 60 hertz monitors lying around, so that's the highest I can get. Alonzo has like a
How high-
nice
how high-
144 or 120 hertz monitor somewhere.
Well, shit.
Penis
In
waffle.
dang old Europe, it's 50 hertz.
Yeah, because they wanted 10 less hertz for some reason.
For science.
I don't know. It took them until like the 2000s, like the late 2000s, to get like
Oh my, Mikey, how many times are you gonna fall off the edge?
I'm trying to remember how to do this, dude, because it's been a while.
Do you,
Because like
do, you
my
do it
goal
by
is
falling off the
to
edge?
No, he does it
It's over
by
here somewhere.
slowly perfecting.
all right. You see that platform over there? I have to use the
So, like-
supercharge stuff to reach that platform over there.
You interrupted our good friend Alonzo.
No, I had nothing. I was kind of just rambling at that point.
Yeah, I'm kind of realizing this is a one of those chill Mavericks sessions.
Chill Mavericks.
I'm gonna try one more time, and if I can't get over there, then we're gonna have to cut to when I figure out what I'm supposed to do again.
All right, let me check another topic on my.
All right, we're gonna have
Onion
to
rings
we're gonna have
list.
to cut. But I think I know what I need to do.
Dried festering fetuses.
Oh, sorry, this is just tricky. Okay, here we go. All right, I did it. Everybody,
Yay.
we're back, at least for now. All
Welcome
right,
back to Sniff Mavericks.
so Alonzo, it appears that you have some news or some onion rings to cook for us. Alonzo?
What was that? Sorry, what?
I,
Is on doubt.
I said it appears that you have some onion rings to cook for us. Wink, wink.
Onion. Oh, Sonic?
Yeah,
Is that the
the
rings?
Sonic 3
Oh
movie.
yeah, Sonic 3. Yeah, I was gonna see if you guys saw it, but it's just Mikey right now, so I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. I've been planning on seeing it, but like I still haven't seen 1 or 2 yet.
Oh, wow.
Neither have I.
I've only seen like
watched
clips
Zero
and stuff
Sonic.
like it, but like I don't know. 3, actually,
I've only seen the trailer for Sonic 1.
yeah.
The
Where
original
he just
trailer.
looked like he just looked like murder. He looked like roadkill.
Yes,
Ugly Sonic.
Yeah. That,
Oh my god! Speaking of roadkill,